dreams and aspirations that ignite a fire within us. But sometimes that spark fades. Doubt started creeping in, and the path forward seems unclear. But there are our educators जिन पे हमको विश्वास रहता है that who will guide us through each and every moment of our life. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. With immense pride and joy, I welcome you towards one of the biggest educational fest celebrated by Physics Wala, which is Vishwas Divas. For those who are new to this term, Vishwas Divas is celebrated to honor the dedication and hard work of our students and beloved teachers. It's a day to acknowledge the importance of trust and belief in achieving our goals, especially in the field of education. At CBO IOI, we all are gathered here to celebrate Vishwas Divas, where we have two major competitions, each for School of Technology and School of Management, where there is a futuristic tech challenge presented by School of Technology students and fusion business challenges presented by students of SOM. Now moving further, I would like to call all the dignitaries upon the stage to light the lamp. Like to request Vishwas sir and Imran Rashid sir to felicitate our guests. First we have Vishwas and Raju, who is the head of talent acquisition at Answer. Then we have Mr. Ritesh Goyal, the vice president of Pets with Application. And then we have Mr. Abhijit Singh, the founder at Recount AI. Now, this is the time to let the rhythm guide your feet and melody touch your soul. With a little more. So here we have a short message from the founders of Physics Wala, and here we go.
Happy Vishwas Divas to all our students. 3 साल पहले हमने विश्वास दिवस स्टार्ट किया था। ये हमारा 3rd विश्वास दिवस है। हमने सोचा इस विश्वास दिवस को IOI के बच्चों के साथ में सेलिब्रेट करें। आप लोग बहुत मेहनत कर रहे हैं। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि आप लोगों में से कुछ बहुत अच्छे टेकीज, बहुत अच्छे एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, बहुत अच्छे बिजनेस लीडर्स निकलेंगे। Keep on doing the hard work. आज के दौर में skills बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. Numbers और degrees relatively less important. तो अपनी skills को sharp करते रहें. ये बहुत ही important time है. Tech बदल जाएगा, technology बदल जाएगी, but art of learning focus रखें. Wishing you a very good luck for futuristic business model and the tech competition which is happening in Vishwas Divas. सब लोग उसके ऊपर खूब एनर्जी के साथ में कोशिश करें, बट विनिंग इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, लर्निंग इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. आप लोगों से कुछ चंद लोग ही जीत पाएंगे, बट इस प्रोसेस में आप लोग काफी कुछ सीख जाएंगे. Once again, happy Vishwas Divas to all of my IOI students.
Let's move further with an opening address by our admired president of PW IOI, Sir Vishwa Mohan, who will inspire us with his words of wisdom.
Good evening, everyone. So, first of all, I'd like to thank all the guests who has come here to talk to our students and witness the event that we are doing. But before I get started and talk, I have a few things which I would like to address for the next few minutes. Do we understand what is the meaning of Vishwas? Can any of you stand and tell me Vishwas का मतलब क्या होता है? Vishwas means trust. There are multiple reasons, as Pratik was saying right now. Right? If I infer the reason why we celebrate Vishwas Divas and Physics Gala is basically to celebrate the trust which the student across India and the globe has put on us. In the IOI as well, before I talk more, I would like to first thank all you people, all the students who have come from all the nook and corners of the country, such a long distance, and put trust on this whole program of IOI. I would like to thank all you people for putting trust on us. जो आपने ये विश्वास दर्शाया है हमारे ऊपर, we will ensure that we together sail this journey in the best way possible.
Thank you so much, sir, for making us understand about the true meaning of trust and for always ensuring that we all students are motivated throughout our journey. Moving further, I would like to call the CBO of Physics Wala, Mr. Imran Rashid, to address us with his graceful words.
So, first of all, I would like to wish you a very happy Vishwas Divas. This is a very prestigious festival here in PW, right? The aim was आप लोग भी engage हो and we shall, do some kind of competition. इससे आपके ideas, आपके innovation, because the name of the institute is Institute of Innovation, that should come out and that should go to the panelists sitting here. वो लोग भी देखें कि आप लोग किस तरीके से यहाँ पे पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, what is the thought, कैसे आप build कर रहे हो. Because हम लोगों ने ये सारी कहानी में started very late. जब हम लोग कॉलेज में आए, then कॉलेज में निकलने के बाद हम लोगों ने start किया, ठीक है? And then we saw so many failures, ठीक है? And what Vishwas was mentioning, failure is very important. What we see is only success. हमें क्या चाहिए होता है? Limelight चाहिए होता है, PR चाहिए होता है. इस मीडिया में top, founders, ऐसी कंपनीज बना दी, अलग से नई कंपनीज बना दी, 8,000 करोड़ के मालिक बन गए, ये सब काफी कुछ देखते होंगे. But you don't see the pain behind that. How old is PW? What do you think? How old is PW? If you go to YouTube and if you look at the time when the channel was created, it was 2014, I guess 26 or 28 January. Now it's been more than 10 years, right? But in the limelight it came only after 2020. So this is what we want to tell you. Things take time. You have to be patient, but you need to work proactively. ऐसा नहीं है कि just follow others. And I said during the orientation as well, what do we see? There are so many startups that is being built upon. This is what I was discussing with Ritij as well. It is just because of they are chasing funding, they are chasing valuation, they are not chasing the values. जो हमें inculcate करना है आप लोगों में, right? So I'll do few announcements today. Starting with the first one, and Ashish is sitting here, Vinal is here, and मैंने आप लोगों को तो Friday commit कर दिया था कि आप लोगों को स्किलिंग के कोर्सेज फ्री में मिलेंगे. But definitely I have conveyed to the leadership, all of you could access any course from PW Skills that will be for free for you. Second is ESIN. ये initially आप लोगों को बताया गया था. We are putting up around 50 lakhs for this, जहाँ पे हम आपके आइडियाज में इन्वेस्ट करेंगे. Along with that, we can provide you the limited capital, जो कि हर स्टार्टअप को you could get up to 10 lakhs. Another thing is that we want to create few IPs here. We should have a national event, that is काफी सारे कॉलेज के बच्चों को हम यहाँ पे इनवाइट करेंगे and we do hackathon, और हम यहाँ पे बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके का कंपटीशन यहाँ पे क्रिएट करें and we call external students, अच्छा इनोवेशन हो, अच्छी क्रिएटिविटी सामने में आए and we build some meaningful products from here. Then we would have another thing, that is immersion program, because the philosophy of IOI is not about traditional college. जहाँ पे हम ये नहीं चाहते आप सिर्फ आके पढ़ाई करो और निकल जाओ, because this is what happened in the college. फिर हम कुछ different नहीं कर रहे हैं. Idea is आप यहाँ पे आके you run the things by doing yourself. That is the philosophy of IOI. So there are the massive opportunities. तो हम लोग B.Tech explore करते रहेंगे. I won't take much time because I would like to hear your ideas. ठीक है? लेकिन there are immense potential जो हम लोग धीरे-धीरे explore करते रहेंगे. Thank you.
we have amazing guests with us who are present here to motivate and inspire us with their insightful talks. So first, I would like to call Ms. Vishwanath Raju, who is the head of talent acquisition at Answer, who will deliver the knowledge on future skills.
Now, how many wants to get into a package of 80 lakhs, 1 crore kind of a thing? And only those guys who raise the hands for corporate should raise, huh? You can't change shift gears here. Right? Okay. How should you be different than others? You want 80 lakh kind of package.
I think apart from all of this, I am very good in communication as per what I think. And
India is a country of 150 crore. How many of you have read the story about the guy who got 1.28 crore of Facebook salary? Who read it? Right? You should be reading about the guy's story. Do you think he was a simple coder like anyone like you and Facebook gave him 1.28 crores? So software is sikhata na? In your college only that will be taught. So how did he become 1.28 kind of a doesn't sound good. What do you do? So there are hundreds of thousands of people who are also solving problems. There are 1,000 people who can see the problem the way you are seeing. 50 of them have good approach.
Execution.
You know where I am going now, right? So what if you pick up the phone and talk to Zach? Say that, hey Zach bro, how are you? Looks like there is a problem in your software and I have a solution. You know what happens? You first get a job, then the interview will happen. So this guy created a storyline of an issue which large enterprise like Facebook had. And they have tons and tons of researchers who are working on that problem statement already. And this guy had a proof that he can solve. He did not solve the problem. He went ahead and wrote an email to Zach saying that this is the solution that I think. By the way, the guy was not successful in the solution, but he got hired. What it talks about that story. The more you're expecting out of company will also expect more from you. You will say that I will take 80 lakhs, but I'll also code like the guy who is doing 3.5 crore. It doesn't work that way. Right? I know I'm scaring you guys, but then it is possible. You are in safe hands. I'll tell you why. I have been reading a lot about colleges and all that. This is one setup that I have seen where industry experts, curriculum, these kind of hackathons will actually make you. Right? So trust in your leader, trust in your college, trust in yourself. I think it's going to trust. I think you will reach where you are. But then discipline, very very important, right? And my sincere suggestion: don't stop your education after 3 years if you found something interesting. Complete your education. I'm a great fan of people who stop the college and go and build something, but then I also started believing that you should have basic qualifications in engineering. So complete your course and don't stop in between. Thank you very much.
Now, I would like to call Mr. Ritesh Goyal, the Vice President of West Biz Capital, to please come up on the stage and address our students.
So I thought for the next few minutes it might be helpful to maybe talk about what investors find very valuable in founders and entrepreneurs. In terms of the traits that I personally as an investor find very valuable, the first is curiosity. When something doesn't make sense to you, ask why. And keep on asking why until it starts to make sense. I think that for me is the single biggest trait of a successful entrepreneur. Always asking why is something true until you go down to the laws of physics where it fundamentally has to be true. I think a lot of times a lot of founders assume a lot of things and those assumptions lead to failure. So never assume that something is right or wrong. Prove that something is right. And keep on proving that something is right or wrong until you can no longer prove anything or ask any more questions. So I think that's the first very important trait of any successful entrepreneur. The second is the willingness to learn, not only through books or textbooks or courses, but also from your own experience. I think that for me is the second most important thing, because failure is not necessarily bad. Failure is an opportunity to learn. I think if you think about successful entrepreneurs in the US, in India, in Europe, Japan, anywhere, they failed probably 5 or 6 times before they became successful, at least. Very few people are successful their first time around. So I think that requires a level of persistence. Success is not linear. You will fail multiple times before you ever become successful. And I think that is very important for any founder to realize, that their first venture will likely not be nearly as successful as they hope it is or they think it will be. If it is, they're 1 in a million.
Now, let's discuss the main idea of the day. The students of School of Technology are ready with their futuristic tech ideas. And we have a panel of judges as Mr. Vishwanath Raju, Mr. Ritesh Goyal, Mr. Abhijit Singh, Mr. Vishwa Mohan, Mr. Imran Rashid, and Mr. Ashish Sharma. And the selection is based on the marks given by our judges out of 10. So with this, I would like to call Group 1 from School of Technology, which is Techie Agriculture. Give a big round of applause.
हमारे प्रोजेक्ट का नाम है एग्रीटेक, जो कि एग्रीकल्चर और टेक्नोलॉजी का मिक्सचर है। किसान हमेशा से ही इंडिया की बैकबोन रहा है, हमें उसी बैकबोन को आगे लेके आना है।
एक फार्मर के लिए हम एक ऐप डिजाइन करेंगे जिसमें कि 2 लोग होंगे, एक लॉगिन होगा, एक फार्मर के लिए होगा और एक गेस्ट के लिए। फार्मर उसके लिए फार्मर के लिए एक यूजर आईडी होगी, अपना पासवर्ड बनाएगा और वो डिवाइस लिया रहेगा, उसके लिए सिर्फ लॉगिन करेंगे। और गेस्ट तो ये नेम डालेगी, यूजर आईडी पासवर्ड का नेम ईमेल करेंगे हम लॉगिन करने के बाद एक डैशबोर्ड आएगा।
So we are starting with the first line ready, the call meeting. इसके लिए सीधे वो लॉस मेंटेन करेगा और ये Before we start with our presentation, I would like to ask you guys a few questions. So the first question is, do you think sustainability is important? And the second question is, what was the last time when you took an active step towards sustainability? By this time, I hope that you guys have an answer in your mind. That might be different answer for everyone, and might be the first time someone is asking you the question. But we all know that sustainability is important. But in our day-to-day life, we are so much busy that we don't focus on those small steps that can impact sustainability on a big level. And that's where our product Sustainables come in. In Sustainables, our aim is to empower citizens, a common man, and individuals, and the big companies using AI models to take a step forward towards greener life.
So as soon as they get 80% charge, they get disconnected.
एक स्लाइस की एक पिज्जा मिलता तो भी चल जाता, ये ऑर्डर।
तो जैसा कि भी आपने देखा, कभी भी आपने भूख अनुसार पैसा दिया है? हो ही नहीं सकता कि दिया हो। जैसे कि अभी इन्हें भूख थी एक स्लाइस की, खरीदना पड़ा पूरा पिज्जा, एंड में मंगाना पड़ा पूरा कॉम्बो। सेम गोज विद हिम। यहाँ पे भी इन्हें 10 लाख रुपए थे इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के लिए, बट 1 लाख की प्रॉपर्टी दिखा दी ब्रोकर ने। मतलब मतलब जितना इन्वेस्टमेंट वो कर सकते थे, कभी भी वो उतना इन्वेस्टमेंट कर नहीं पाते हैं। ये एक बहुत बड़ी मेजर प्रॉब्लम है आज की डेट की। मैं इस मेजर प्रॉब्लम में कैसे पहुंचा वो मैं आपको बताता हूँ। तो क्लास 10th में अपना बोर्ड एग्जाम खत्म करने के बाद आप सभी के जैसे मेरे भी मन में क्यूरियोसिटी थी कि मुझे भी सेल्फ इंडिपेंडेंट बनना है, अपने घर वालों से पैसे नहीं मांगते। तो यूट्यूब में सारे कोर्सेज देख लिए, फ्रीलांसिंग, स्टॉक मार्केट, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग, सब कुछ देख लिया। एट द एंड ये पता चला कि अगर वेल्थ बढ़ानी है तो इन्वेस्टमेंट जरूर करनी है। इन्वेस्टमेट के अब 2 ही मेजर की रोल्स हैं आज की डेट में, या तो स्टॉक मार्केट और नहीं तो रियल एस्टेट। स्टॉक मार्केट में सिक्योरिटी है बट रिस्क है बहुत ज्यादा। रियल एस्टेट में सिक्योरिटी है, रिस्क भी नहीं है इतना, बट केपेक्स बहुत ज्यादा हाई है। मतलब अगर स्टॉक मार्केट में इन्वेस्ट करना है तो बहुत ज्यादा ह्यूज अमाउंट चाहिए उधर इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के।
जैसे ही रौनक ने बताया कि रियल एस्टेट और स्टॉक मार्केट को मर्ज करके क्या क्या बेनिफिट्स नहीं हो सकते। अराउंड $435 बिलियन की इंडस्ट्री है सिर्फ एग्रीकल्चर में, $33 बिलियन की इंडस्ट्री है कमर्शियल सेक्टर में, $180 बिलियन की इंडस्ट्री है रेसिडेंशियल सेक्टर में और $54 बिलियन की इंडस्ट्री है रेंटल सेक्टर में। That sums to be $700 बिलियन और ये सिर्फ इंडिया के नंबर्स हैं। $700 बिलियन क्या इसके बाद ग्रो नहीं होगी? होगी। बाय 2030 ये रियल एस्टेट की सेगमेंट $1 ट्रिलियन टच करने वाली है। मोदी जी ने कहा था कि हमारी इंडिया की इकोनॉमी 5 ट्रिलियन टच करने वाली है। दिस इज गोना बी 1/5 ऑफ द टोटल इंडियाज जीडीपी। अब हाउ डू वी मेक मनी? हम पैसे कैसे कमाएंगे? So there are two straight shot models. First is platform fee. जो भी डेवलपर हमारे साथ लिस्ट होना चाहता है उसको एक प्लेटफॉर्म फी देनी पड़ती है, जितना भी उसको रेज करना है। सेकेंडली हम लोग मैनेजमेंट फीस लाएंगे, दैट इज गोना बी फ्रॉम द इन्वेस्टर्स। दिस इज व्हाट एसएफ डज। थैंक यू।
But good to see, okay, it's been just 4-5 months since you have come here, and still more than 90% of your course duration is still left, and you can improve immensely in those another 90% time that you have left here. You will be living here. So the idea is you will get more exposure of this type. आप लोग भी ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा participation करो, so that eventually what I said in the beginning, philosophy is learning by doing. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा काम करो, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इवेंट में participate करो, क्योंकि actually ये सारी चीज़ें जो है ना बहुत सारे लोग अभी जाके आप देखोगे they will be doing in their corporate life. डेली जो है ना एक ब्लेजर पहन के पहुंच जाते हैं किसी ऐसे गेट टुगेदर इवेंट में, अपने आइडियाज प्रेजेंट करते रहते हैं, ऐसा बहुत चलता है। So इसमें it's good कि आप लोग ये सब यहाँ से करके निकल जाओ। Once you are pass out from your college, from this IOI, then work on the real things. जितनी भी बकवास चीजें हैं ना सब यहाँ पे करनी। तो finally, I'll conclude with this. It was an amazing evening. I didn't expect anything better than this from you guys because in only 5 months here, like इतने टाइम में आप लोगों ने बहुत अच्छा and the presentations were very good, slides were very professionals. ठीक है, काफी अच्छे तरीके से आपने बिल्ड किया है, and as of the teachers and the people who have worked with you, क्योंकि हम लोगों ने Saturday conclude किया था ये conduct करके। So thanks to all the teachers, all the staff who worked so hard for putting up this show. Thank you, thanks everyone.
So it's the time to announce the winners.
Second runner-up from SOT is Team Sarathi. The first runner-up for SOT is Sustainables. Runner-up for SOM का challenge was the height. The
first prize goes to Team Handy-Map, who might have won the first prize in SOL.